Alrighty, starting standing up, we'll just start with those shoulder rolls, inhaling up, exhaling back and down, add a little elbow lift, add a little step out so you can get a bigger range, widening, pulling the belly button in, opening and closing. And then we're going to bring those hands down to the thighs, roll through your cat, and inhale through your cow. And then do that same thing, but angle over to your left, cat-cow. And then same thing, angling to your right. And back to center. Big deep breath in. And we're going to put our weight on our left leg. Leg is straight, abs in, tailbone long, grow tall through your spine. You're just going to lift that right leg, turn it down, drop it down, bend the left knee, straighten the left, lift up. Come down, bend, let's switch that order, sorry. Bend, straighten, lift, lower. There we go. Bend, straighten, lift, lower. Bend, straighten, lift, lower, etc. And then you can make it a more fluid motion. And you can add any kind of arm movement if you want, or just hang out here. Couple more. This time we're going to stay with that leg straight and the right leg off to the side. And we're going to tap the toe and lift, tap and lift, tap and lift. Nice small movement, keeping this hip underneath us. Try not to let it scoot out to the side for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ah. Ooh, left leg crosses over the right, hips go over to the left, arm up and over to the right. Press and back to center. Uncross. Weight is going to go on that left leg. Right leg is going to lift and lower, right? And then we start with that 4 count. Bend, straighten, lift, lower. Bend, straighten, lift, lower. And then whenever you're ready, you can turn that into a more fluid movement. And then hold that leg up there. Other leg is straight, abs in. Left toe, tap and lift, tap and lift. Beautiful. Right leg goes up and over, hips go to the right, arms to the left. And bring that up. All right, walk into the back of our mat. Wide stance. Hands on those thighs. Roll again through your cat. Inhale through your cow. Tailbone is long. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves all the way down. Walk it out. High plank position. Just hold that high plank here. And then come on down to your knees. You can press back in that resting position. Hips sit back on your heels. And then as you come forward, hands are out front. We'll undulate through that cat-cow. Beautiful. Walk it back, hands right underneath you, shoulders back and down. Pull the belly button in, so neutral spine. Take that right leg, tuck the toe under, and then roll forward, and then just lift that right leg up. Adding on if you want, left arm comes up. Just hold in this bird dog, trying to find as much stability as possible. And then gently come down, take a moment through your cat and cow, And then pull the belly button in, ribs in, tailbone stays long. Tuck those left toes, press through that leg, come back forward, lift the leg, hold there or add the arm, and just hang out here, bird dog. And gently down, and we're going to flip on over to a seated position. Knees are bent, feet are flat, sitting up nice and tall, come on off of those glutes, shoulders back and down, arms out, exhale to hinge back, pull the belly button in, stay here, and right back up again. Inhale, exhale, inhale at the back, maybe add a lengthening of those arms out, and then back up on the exhale. You can try that T position, lower the hands before you move. You can try those cactus arms. You can go into a V. And you can shoot those arms overhead if you want. So figuring out what's working for you. You're going to keep doing that. You're going to do 4 more, and then you're going to hold that last one for me, please. 3 more. And hold that last one. Holding, holding. Didn't forget you. Holding, holding. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Release. You can kind of curl that spine, and as you're ready, come on down, lying down position. Hug those knees in. Take a little break here. And then feet flat on the ground, abs in, hands on your thighs. Deep breath in to prepare. Exhale to lift. Inhale, arms. Maybe they're low. And then exhale down, inhale. Head can stay down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, arms out into a T. Exhale down. If I want to leave my head down, I exhale. I do something with my arms, maybe a little more challenging, but keep the ribs down. And then exhale back. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift or not. Inhale, reach those arms. That arms over by your biceps. Sorry, by your ears. Biceps by your ears would be your challenging position, whether your head is up or your head is down. And last time, stretch and reach, pull the belly button in, back of the neck is long, holding here, reaching and holding, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it down. All right, let's add just the legs to that for double leg stretch. So we lift and reach, and we add those extended legs, arms come down, knees bend. Inhale, stretch and reach. Keep that going. Last one, we'll hold it. Whether your head is up or not, stretching through the toes, stretching through the fingers, keeping those ribs and abs down. And then take a break, hug that in. And we're going to bring that left knee into the chest, right foot on the ground. Give that left knee a nice tug. Feel a little stretch on your left low back. You can stretch that right leg out for a second if that would feel good. And then left leg down, right knee in. Give it a hug. If that feels good and you want more, stretch the left leg out on the ground. And then all we're going to do is switch and grab our right ankle with the right hand, left hand goes to the right knee, lift the shin parallel to the ground, pull that left knee back, and then reach it long. And then we lift it up if you want for single leg stretch, the stretchy version. And relax. Feet go down. Let's walk those feet either zipping up as if you have one leg, or if hip distance apart is more comfortable, that's fine. Fingertips to your ribs, deep breath in, exhale, sink the ribs down, neutral spine for our bridge, lift those hips up. Option one, stay here. Option two, hover the hands. Option three, put the hands back down to see how it would be for you to lift and lower a leg. And if that's still okay, then lift those hands back up, reaching those fingers long as if you're trying to take your palms and stretch them past your hips, fingers reaching towards those ankles. And then right knee in, place it down, hips come down, roll through the spine to tuck it under, get a little low back stretch, and then come back to neutral, hands back down, lift those hips, hover the hands, stay there, or hands back down, opposite leg in, and then you lift and lower, and you may be able to raise those hands again. And then lift me in, place it down, hips come down, take a moment, let those hips rock side to side. And we're gonna hug them in, feel that low back curl, press into the ground, tailbone curls up. Feel that beautiful stretch on the back, and then see if you can come tabletop, still keeping that low back either on the ground or close to the ground for toe touch. Thigh moves away from your body on an inhale and comes up nice and slowly on an exhale. Ribs stay nice and flat. Back of the neck is long. As always, it can be a toe touch or a heel flex. It can be both legs. It can be both legs, heel flex or knees turned out. And of course, you can go long lever, single leg, or double. So you find the one that works best for you today. And take a break. Knees hug in, we'll rock side to side. And come on back to center. We're just going to flip over, facing the front. Knees are stacked, heels together, toes apart. Take your top hand, create that little mouse house underneath your waistline, and then pivot those knees open. And then heels go in the air, and you continue that same motion. And relax. Take a moment, feel free to massage that hip or your cat. And then we'll do the other side. I gotta go to the other side. So stack those knees up again. Head rests on your arm, waistline lifted. Heels together, toes apart, pivot open. And then heels in the air, same thing. And relax. You can give that hip some love. We're just going to stay on this side for side bends. So elbow underneath your shoulder, push that shoulder back, lift up out of it, create space between your ears and shoulders. Take your top ankle over the back bottom ankle, little crisscross at the ankles and a little bend in your knees. So when we lift up, we're not going to stretch. We're not going to move the feet. We're going to keep the feet where they are, but we're going to lift up and straighten those legs. And then it's a tiny bend in your knees as they separate and come back up. And gently down. Same thing, other side. And so a little crisscross at the ankles, top leg in front. Shoulder pushes back, lift up out of it, engage those lats. Pull the belly button in. And then again, you're going to straighten out those legs without moving the feet. And a tiny bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. And relax. As you come down, just go ahead and pivot over onto your abs, please. Forehead rests on your hands. Lengthen one leg out at a time. Point those toes. Pull the belly button in. Arms go out overhead. And we're going to do our very traditional swimming. So pull the belly button in as you press the pubic bone down. Lift all four limbs and pedal out. Little gentle flutter kick, flutter hands. Inhale and exhale. Breathing is basically the same as the 100, inhaling for 5 counts, exhaling for 5. And relax. All right. And then we're just going to press back. Let those hips sit back on the heels, arms in front, down by your sides. Make little fists if you want to protect behind the knees. And then we'll glide forward onto those forearms. Flip your thumbs up, shoulders out of your ears, belly button pulled in, and lift up. Head to knees, straight line. Stay there, or roll onto the tops of your thighs, or tuck your toes, come into your full forearm plank. And relax down. Let's just take a moment, bend those knees, little windshield wiper side to side. And then relax them down. We're going to bring our hands down by our side. Deep breath in. Pull the belly button in, toes stay on the ground, lift those arms up, and then stretch them to reach to lift your upper body, belly button pulled in, Pubic bone and ribs are down, toes are down, knees are lifted, and relax down. Inhale. Belly button and knees lift, pubic bone and toes press. 2 more, just like that. And last time. And relax. We're going to flip all the way back onto our side. One more side lying exercise. So lift that waistline up. Top leg lifts. And we're just going to lift and lower, point and flex. And then we're going to keep that going, but we're going to vary it very slightly. It comes up, point the toe down, tap in front or at your toe, come up, pivot at the hip, heel goes back to other heel. So it's toe to toe, heel to heel. If that range of motion is too small, you can go in front of your leg and then to your heel. And now you should really start kind of feeling that in that outer hip. Last 2. And last 1, let's bend that knee off to the side. We're gonna do a little half frog stretch here. So you're gonna roll onto your tummy and that leg you just worked is just gently off to the side. Passive little extension for your low back. Maybe a little passive stretch here. And then take that bottom arm, use it with that top arm to flip back over all the way onto your spine and let that leg cross over. So again, passive stretch. And then if you want to bend your knee to increase that stretch. And then roll back over onto your side so you can press yourself up and come over to the other side if you couldn't get there. All right, line down opposite side, long straight line in your body, waistline lifted, top leg lift and lower, point and flex. And now that little variation, toe down at the front, heel down at the back, up and down, toe and heel. And relax, bend that knee, pivot over so you come into that little half frog position. Slide that arm underneath you, pivot all the way over onto your spine, draping that ankle across. Rest for a moment. Bend the knee if you want to deepen the stretch. And then just scoochie, if you fell off your mat, as I did, just scoot back over onto your mat. And we're going to bring those legs up. We're going to bring those arms up. You're going to take that left leg and that right arm straight lower and back to center. Left arm, right leg. Keeping your abs in. So you only want that leg to lower as much as is possible without the low back lifting. So just straight leg, single leg stretch basically. Now, if you want a little variation, start lowering, but also going to the opposite side. So you get a little bit of an angle on there. And then hug your knees in, take a little break. Okay. Rock those hips side to side. Keep them hugged into your chest and let them drop to one side in a twist. And then back up through center, other way. And then back up. All right. Left foot on the ground, right knee hugs in. Draw me a circle on the ceiling. And then bring that knee in towards your shoulder. Give me some rotations of the ankle. Flex through the foot. Reach down, pull those toes back. And get some movement, foot against hand. And then straighten that leg out only as much as you can, still holding your toes. And then go ahead and release the toes and now straighten the leg to your comfort. Straighten the left leg out on the ground, flex through the right toes, press that leg into the hands. Release that. Draw a circle on the ceiling, big circle with your leg, go the other way, and then lay that leg down. And then bend that right knee and hug the left knee in. Again, give it some movement. Get some ankle rotations. And then knee down, toe, pull those toes back. Point flex against your hand. Straighten that leg out to your degree. And then bring it to center, flex through that heel. Press your hands against the leg, leg against the hands. Go, go, go. And then big, big circle in the ceiling. And go the other way. And then lay that leg down. Arms reach overhead, point the toes, reach through the fingers. And then flex through the heel, press the low back into the ground. And then we'll bend both knees again. Take that right ankle across the left thigh, press it open. Thread your needle, reaching for that left hamstring or shin, and get a little movement if you'd like. And then hug that knee even closer, deeper stretch. And then we'll take that right knee all the way across and rotate to the left. And up we go, back through center, uncross, left crosses right. Stay there or thread your needle. Moving the leg closer or a little to the right for a deeper stretch. And then knee over knee, hug it in, and rotate to the right. And then either rotate onto your right side or come back to center, however you want to get over onto your hands and knees. And we'll go through a cow cat. and then walk it back. Tuck your toes, sit up, and press it back. And then bend your knees, hands on your thighs, roll through cat, and inhale through cow. Big deep breath in. Thank you guys.